Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to create a 3D model of your Runescape character. To start off, go to runeapps.org and go to the player profile. If you click on it, it will open up Skillbert. This is the guy who has made Alt 1 and this player profile and is owner of Runeapps. What you're going to do is you will see this sort of player character profile, and what you're going to want to do is wear the equipment that you want to be scanned. So if I go to my own player, apparently I was scanned then wearing this equipment. If I click for scan, it will take a bit of time and it will show what I'm wearing at the current time. And there we go. Right now, I am training archaeology. You do have to be logged in at the time for it to scan you. You also need to have your player profile set not to private and to have an examine text on, or just examine available. This is my character. The textures are a bit funny on this 3D version. Some items will have funny 3D textures. For the 3D model it shouldn't really matter. We can go down and view some other people. So on the bottom right is this download. If I go to save file, and I will save this in a folder. So Skillbert, sure. This one's going to be quite complicated, but it might look quite nice. It's got a party hat. Maybe you want a party hat. This guy's pretty cool. We can find other people. Let's find a more simpler one. Okay, this is a nice and simple one, really. The capes can be a bit funny, complicated. So we'll maybe go back to Ethereal Rock, have a quick look at the others that have been scanned recently. Yeah, but I think we'll go with Ethereal Rock and we'll download him. So now I have opened Blender. This is a free open source software for all sorts of things. It's got a fairly high skill ceiling to use, but you can do lots of things in it. So I'm going to import the STL file that I got earlier. So that was in the size folder, and try and find Skillbert, I think it was. Runeapps. Oh yeah, it's up at the top. Comes in huge, so I will scale him down and rotate him. So this is not a tutorial of how to use Blender, but it's a tutorial of how to get your 3D model ready for 3D printing. Okay, so it looks pretty cool. Done, right? Just send this off to some place to get 3D printed, such as Street Stock or 3D Hubs. Not particularly. So if I go into this, we can see there are some dots over there. Those are the particles that are associated with the cape. If I go to select and non-manifold, everything that is highlighted has an error with the mesh. we have these floating planes. They're not joined together. 3D printer will not be able to print those properly. There is these random triangles over here. These seem to be something to do with, I'm guessing, the character rigging. There's a bunch of them sort of in the eyes, there, a couple inside around the arms. So those are sort of, I think they're the parts that move, or tell the parts to move, and they end up as just a random triangle. So they're all going to want to be removed. Another thing is if I go to face select, select face, select linked, and grab that, these parts are not all joined together. The 3D printer is not going to know what to go and print, and when there's just a gap of air, what's it going to do? So I put him over there. We have this simple body, sure. So this, the part on the left, if it was just that, it would probably print fine as is. The rest of it won't. I mean, there's floating eyes, which are scary. And then the staff clips through the cape. You can probably fix that. You may not want to. So, before you can 3D print your character straight from Runeapps, you need to fix the model. This one's actually not too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. The armor seems to just replace the body, and therefore is already watertight. Okay, if I go clear this and import our other model, scale it down, rotate it, and then go and see how this one is on manifold. Some issues with the boots and with the capes. Capes have a lot of 2D geometry, so, and floating planes. For example, the paws of this hunter cape are each individual planes. If I grab that, and this also seems to be stuck on randomly at a weird point by a single vertex, so it's not particularly good. If I select linked, again we have a body whose top of the head is stretched with their hair. So I think I'm going to go with the previous one. I think that's simpler. We'll go with the previous model, fix up that model, and I'll remove the cape to make it simpler, just for this tutorial, and I'll sort of speed through the time. So we'll scale it down again. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this to show roughly what's involved in preparing a character model to be 3D printed. And we're done. Yeah, this model took about half an hour to go and do. Fairly simple. So I'll put the STL file on my Thingiverse. I will put the party hat up as well as a separate thing. That's what I saved that. It's a useful item people like to have. I can then put that party hat on another model if they don't have the item themselves, which I'm guessing most people don't. Yeah, so mostly went together okay. I joined all the bits with Boolean. I mean, it's not the best practice Boolean, but for getting a solid model, it's fairly quick. It had a slight error on the back of the staff, and I don't know whether you noticed when it was going quickly, but the shoulder pads were completely floating. They're completely separate from the shoulders. So yeah, not sure how good that's protecting, and yeah, I needed to join it onto the shoulders. So I scaled parts in, same with the knee pads and arm pads. I scaled in the mesh so that it intersected with the body. So although it's not completely accurate to the Runescape model, actually same with the party hat, that had it's larger than your head, so it would be slipping down. So I scaled it in so that it's intersecting with the player model, and therefore will make a solid mesh. Now, other things you can do, what I usually do is I put it on a base. I'm not going to do that here. And obviously, if you wanted to just have the staff, you could just remove everything else and only have the staff. And you can do that for other models and weapons. Okay, I think that's everything. So if you know how to use Blender, you can do this. Some are much more complicated than this, depending on the armor. As you can see, I removed the cape. The cape would have taken me half an hour alone. So yeah, some parts are more difficult than others. If you would like me to have a go at your character, if you don't want to be doing this part, let me know. But yeah, I spoke to, well, on Reddit, I saw a comment saying that Jagex are okay with this, as long as it's not for commercial gain. So that's a bit iffy. But I thought if I show this to everyone, then everyone can potentially do it themselves. So have fun with it. Show me your cool creations. I love seeing all the 3D prints on the Reddit and Twitter and Facebook and all sorts. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again at some point.